Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse, for episode 3 of season 2 of Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Last episode, our crew gave chase after Titan X, and things obviously did not go all too smoothly. One of the little skittery creatures made it on board, took a couple people out, and then cried for mama. And that thing turned right around and started heading for our crew, as opposed to a gigantic blockade of ships that were right in front of it, civilian ships. That were waiting for passage into the other seas or whatever. And yeah, now I still don't know if those are like little baby that, or if it just got some kind of weird like loyalty to these things. I don't really know. I don't know the relationship to these things, but these things seem to have been like around for a while, and there's not a million of these giant ones running around. So I got some questions still about that, but it heard one crying and it came up calling. Or it just makes me wonder, maybe do these things are what summon it, because we found that it operates on a particular frequency, much like we learned in King of the Monsters about the other Titans. So maybe these things can actually signal and maybe even sway it to their own machinations. Wouldn't that be an interesting little twist? Anyway, guys, let's get ready to hop in and see what happens next. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, without all the edits we got to do to get this stuff up on YouTube, you can check it out over on Patreon. You also get a little bit early as well, because I'm just going to put it up there as soon as I get finished recording. This is a great way to support the channel, help us do things you do over here. At the end of the day, really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. Please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And then also another way, let's get ready to hop into episode 3, Secrets. Here we go.
Go, 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 go! Get to a boat! Oh, God!
Starting right here. Oh, they have the same kind of illumination pattern as well as it. Oh, that's not even blue. That's like a white tone. Red when angry, though. Red when angry. Interesting. And it just turned around. Huh. Okay. No sacrifices today. It seems hell. They didn't even take your fish.
Poor Billy.
Poor Billy, poor Billy, what do you mean?
He completely missed this. He went chasing it somewhere else.
Shit.
Oh, he lost his gun.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, this, so what, I mean, obviously the plan was for them to get sacrificed, and that didn't happen, but...
Come on. Easy. What's the camera?
Nadie va a creerles. Van a pensar que están locos.
Sí, alguien les va a creer y van a venir.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter if most people do. As long as somebody believes them, they won't be safe.
Cae no regrese. ¿Ah? ¿Qué va a pasar con
Uh-oh.
la travesía? Dame la cámara.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, this is getting real messy real fast. God. What a start. What a situation. But like it didn't do nothing. I mean, they seemed like, haha, fuck you. But nothing happened. It didn't take the fish. It didn't take anything. It just showed up. It's like, here are my kids. Let's go. It showed up all hot, heavy, and angry, though, like right when summoned. I got so many questions about this thing and its behavioral patterns, because I mean, we don't know anything about it, but it seemed to like think the little ones were in danger, which turned out not to be the case.
I bought into all of Dad's crap about this being my legacy.
Yeah, maybe this is your legacy. Kate, you look Godzilla in the eye. You went to Axis Mundi and back. I saw you.
Not a lot of people can say that.
And what happens when people find out I'm the person that released a new Titan into the world?
We just don't talk about that part. New Titans popping up all the time.
Well, then you don't know what's best for me.
Well, okay.
Any idea how long it'll be?
We still know Apex, though, is trying to poach her up.
And exactly how are we supposed to hide a Titan?
What if we could?
Go on.
We could lead it where we want it to go.
Away from population centers, while we work on a strategy to deal with it.
Maybe like constantly threaded it along on a proverbial stick and carrot.
I believe I can reconfigure the emitter coils on the Suzuki device to emulate the frequency.
Kong destroyed your device on Skull Island.
I have another one.
Oh, wait, what? I made two.
In my workshop here in Tokyo, just outside Shibuya.
Well, if it's the prototype, then we can just kind of, it might need some work though to get it up and working.
So we build a Titan dog whistle and we lure it out here into the Southern Ocean somewhere.
I mean, theoretically, you could just end up trailing it forever if you actually can't come up with a containment strategy. What's happening here?
Access to the whole system.
Apex is moving in and taking over everything.
Here is a Titan on the list. Take a look at that, mate.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
So I don't know, you guys are upgrading the sensor system?
Well, you could call it an upgrade if you'd say that dropping a Ferrari engine into a Pinto is a tune-up.
So I guess they're here to work on the ship.
What we're developing is an ultra-long-range sonar system that can piggyback to your arrays and extends their range and sensitivity.
That would make sense. Them being the ones that help them with the equipment necessary, with the technology they have, but also in the way that they could absorb all of that into their own little...
Since you lost trail of the Titan, my team's been granted operational control of Outpost 18 on a temporary basis only.
Fucking great.
I'm gonna call Director Barris. This is not the right...
Give him my regards, yeah?
Fucking awesome.
Whether Monarch wants to admit it or not, Colonel Shaw has a lifetime of experience. Do I need to remind you what happens when there's a Titan rampaging through a city? Because I was... Are you through?
Are you?
I don't know.
Oh.
You tell me, am I?
Go Tim.
Apex has offered us access to technology that may allow us to find that Titan before the public finds out what's happening here. And I'm gonna need you to support them and give them any kind of assistance they need.
Oh my god.
Well, Dr. Randis.
Without delay. And I trust that message didn't come through garbled.
I would throw this motherfucker on the bus so fast.
They're a technology corporation. Biomedical research, neural implants, real bleeding edge stuff.
Giant mech Godzilla replicants to go to rampage and terrorize everybody. The usual.
So far, I love these guys, but I don't know what's in it for them.
A lot of information.
Be careful out there. As soon as they know you're gone, they're gonna have half of Tokyo looking for you.
Oh, yeah, we're going rogue, going off the books.
Do you really think this Titan sound plan of yours is gonna work?
Was that a yes? I think that was a yes. Roll with it. I'm gonna say that was a very strong yes. Or, I don't know. Man, I want to go to Shibuya one day. I just want to go to Japan in general one day. Oh, son of a bitch. That was fast.
His Titan phone.
Yep.
It's so much smaller than his.
But considerably more powerful.
Technology. It advances, man.
Use it to awaken Godzilla.
You called Godzilla.
We will need to modify the camera emulator to broadcast the Titan's acoustic signature we picked up on Outpost 18.
Titan's song.
Ooh, I like that. The Titan song. I like how it operates on a completely different frequency when they very much so simplified it in King of the Monsters as you have the alpha frequency, you got all the Titans. Unless, of course, you're dealing with another alpha, then it's a challenge call. And this is just madness.
The camera. Give it to me. I'll give you the film. I'll get you the film.
They're coming.
You leave the camera, take the film. Do we have like a unused roll of film we can put in there? Because if they find it without the film, they're going to know you still have it. But if you left like a decoy roll of film in there, assuming you had extra film, of course, at least it would give them a moment to check it, or even to think that they succeeded. Hell, snap some quick photos with it anyway, just so there's something on there. All right, well, they found the camera.
Vámonos por allá, que aquí no hay nada.
Oh, he ain't falling for it. They all, Okay, we okay? We okay? All right, that worked. God damn it, Keiko! She might let them go, though. Yeah. Nice. Thank God it was her and not anyone else.
You devoted your life to something, poured your heart and soul into it, just to wake up one day and realize you might have made a bad bet.
Something like that.
It's a disappointment. The only thing that never fails to disappoint.
Very true.
So what are you going to do now?
Eat noodles, get drunk.
Is there a phase 2?
Pass out.
An opening at Monarch, but I haven't checked out the perks package yet, so.
Listen, maybe we shouldn't be looking past it. I mean, maybe we should be looking at it.
Go on.
Technical makeover of Outpost 18. I mean, if we can use their tech, great. But handing over a Monarch asset to a private company does not make sense.
Yeah, I know. Welcome to the free market.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
I just think it would be nice to know someone on that particular iceberg.
Oh, he wants her to take the job so we can have it in. A mole on the inside.
I want you to be a mole at Apex. If they're up to something, they could start another G-Day.
Or worse.
So how would this work?
A mecha G-Day.
How'd you get a job in the first place?
The best way to get a job is to have something that they need.
Well, they've already extended a hand to you already, and that's simply you and your code and your skills. Yo, look at that. The overgrowth of the wreckage from G-Day. Oh, she actually did come home. Wasn't just talking. She actually made it all the way back here. What a sight to have in the distance like that. Just this constant reminder. Not that they could have ever rebuilt in this amount of time, but seeing the nature already claiming it back so fast like that. I know we went in and around there, I think, in season 1 for a little bit, but I think it was at night. Yeah, what we haven't. She's still kind of in the dark about a lot of this, isn't she? Mama?
Hi, Mom.
Oh my God.
All right, here it is.
Wow. You sure I can't help?
Yeah, you can do the dishes.
I can't believe that you didn't let us pick you up at the airport.
Hey, come on.
I like seeing her in a lot of things here as of late. Cobra Kai as a reprise, Last Airbender, this.
For me, I've only been gone a few days.
And there's really another world where those creatures live.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. I completely forgot. Because it was just like, yeah, we followed her time. I forgot about the time gap. And they didn't. Oh my God. Fuck. Completely skipped my mind that they had no idea what was going on.
Whatever happened to you, Kate, it's over now. It's in the past.
This is the new normal, right?
Yeah, maybe not quite. Is she gonna notice still?
Kate
Yeah.
and Kentaro.
Yeah.
Do they have different mothers?
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder how she's gonna feel about that. I didn't even think about how she might.
Is she a widower?
Not exactly, no. Ooh, about that. You might want to talk to him about it.
This is not my story to tell.
Yeah.
Is he all right? Is he happy?
Ask him.
Yeah. I guess we all have our secrets.
And they look at each other, of course.
You ready? Yeah.
Well, they got her good. And again, any kind of blade wound is it's gonna hurt more than any kind of blunt trauma. Well, depending.
It looked like that creature came for those scarab things, and then we just got caught in the middle.
I don't think that's what. Yeah, that was not what she was talking about. It's a little moment you two had.
You're with Billy. You love each other, and that's the way it is. That was the wine.
Maybe Hiroshi takes a little after her. Maybe she can't truly settle one way or the other. Loves them both for different reasons. Could you really just go back to just normal? She's not getting out of the cab. She's 100% not getting out of this cab.
You know what? I think somewhere else. Straight ahead, please.
There's no way you could go through all of that and just go back to steak and sushi bars. Ew.
Have you finally decided to start taking yourself seriously?
Yeah, I wanna try.
Try won't cut it, Cora.
Do or do not. There is no try. There is only Apex.
You erased all the copies of the code, no?
I erased all of your copies of the code.
Monarch can't keep their secret hidden forever, Cora. The world will find out. It's about what happens next.
Well, they're not wrong about that. The world will find out.
Hero. Hey, what are you wearing? Did you take that hat from my office? We have what we need.
I'm kind of exposed out here. Let's get back to the shop. I think we should split up.
Keiko looks so awkward in that getup.
Hey.
Yeah, you two need to talk. Perfect time.
I saw photos.
Right to it.
You were married twice?
This isn't really the time.
I know I left you a long time ago, but I'm here now.
No.
I want to know you.
I wasn't married twice.
I am married twice.
I loved 2 women. I gave in to what my heart wanted. I don't expect you to understand.
Well, I think she understands more than you might think. We've seen her going on this dance back in the past between Shaw and Billy.
I'm gonna do arm surgery. Okay. Jesus Christ, go easy on.
Who's the tough guy now?
Okay.
Hey, look at it. Just
enough. God damn it.
Why do you always do this?
We almost died out there. What don't you understand about
Yes, we almost died, but that's always been a possibility. And if you can't handle it, you can leave.
They're gonna just fucking go at it. Writes itself, man. It writes itself. You know, their situation, unlike Heroes, there's a possibility that if they all three talked this out, they could probably have made a throuple and everybody would have been chill about it all. Maybe not Shaw. Shaw might not, but everybody else. You know, I mean, you know, the Hiroshi situation, who the fuck knows? But this, like, I wholly believe with how close those three are, they probably could have settled on something. Okay, so she just went to go hammer some back instead.
There's something different about you.
Now, drowning everything you've experienced is a whole other thing. I can definitely buy that. Meanwhile, it's the first day, dude. Oh, Titan Masra. What else was on there? I missed a bunch of other shit.
Jesus Christ.
All the tracking information on all of them.
They've been following us since the beginning.
Yeah, dude, they know exactly where everybody is. Live? This is a live raid on their... Oh, no. God damn it. Goonies 2.
Why the hell did they take it?
Maybe they want the world to know this thing is out there.
Yeah, they want Monarch to fall under so they can fill that void themselves. No way. Oh my god.
It doesn't matter, okay? It was me. It was all my fault.
What are you talking about? Okay, you know what?
Forget it.
She is...
Let me go!
Please, let's go.
No!
You need help.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home. I think that you should too.
Not even trying to save herself at this point. Well, cover's blown on this one.
Lee, what do we do now?
We gotta find a boat. Way to get a message off the island.
No.
He's always talking about the actual present situation. Is that Billy or is that... I can't tell. Yes?
We're so lucky we found you. We've been looking everywhere. What is it? Are you okay?
It's fine.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
That's still so fucked, man. That whole opening. Rewatching 2014, you could see that bus with the one with Elizabeth Olsen and them like driving out across the bridge. You can see the one specifically that they had that went falling off, craning over as theirs made it out. Yeah, she's like wallowing with guilt, surviving it only to have maybe caused another.
Dear Lee, I do love you, but Billy has my heart in another world. This could have been about us.
Oof.
Until then, I remain your Kay.
That's... The heart is a twisting, unknowable thing, man. That ain't coffee. Though a coffee and some Baileys.
We'll go back to Monarch.
Monarch. 結局それしか頭になかったんだろ。Monarch.
どうしてそんなこと言うのよ。
俺の英語が何で黙ってるか分かる。俺が11歳の頃にさ、ばあちゃんに俺を押し付けて、ビルランダーが消えたんだよ。
That's not true.
Well, it is.
Billy would never leave you, no.
I was just a child.
Well, there must be some other reason.
Tell me, what is it?
No, he went
What makes a man abandon an 11-year-old boy?
Yeah, and he went to Skull Island and never came back. That's heartbreaking, dude. But I get it. I get it from his point of view. But on the flip side of it, and it's like, these are like world-ending creatures. It's about so much larger than any one family at a time. You know? That's the same knife that was in that flashback.
My knife got dull. I was hoping Uncle Lee would have something to help.
Yeah, he was always good like that.
I miss him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why don't you go pour yourself a glass of milk? I'll clean all this up, all right?
Okay.
Oh. Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, I guess we'll find out how he might have felt about that, but this would be after they're both gone. Dude, what the fuck? That's insane. I love these parallels. We saw a lot of it in season 1 between Kate and her father and a lot of these other things going on. And then some of the things that kind of like bonded her and her brother across the journey. A lot of these familial echoes, especially in the parallels between the past and the present, manifesting themselves in different ways. And we're seeing that again here. You know, Keiko, you know, loving Bill and Lee for very different reasons, but like the same amount. It's just Billy made the move first or locked her down first. And then from there on, it made all these other interactions extremely complicated because of other situations that were going on, or just hindrances, blockades, hurdles even. And then he kind of found himself in a similar position, though, unlike her, he had, well, if you want to call it that, a benefit of them being in completely different continents. So he fell in one place, he fell in another, and he caved and married them both, kept both hidden from each other. You know, because of his work, because of Monarch being this classified blanket organization, it's an excuse to not be able to talk about it. And he, you know, satiated himself on both ends, you know, and they both satisfied two very different things. The other one couldn't. And that's where things get really messy, man. It gets real fucked up. But like she said, though, like you all three of them truly do, I think, love each other and to varying degrees. And obviously the old timey sensibilities, especially of Lee. Billy, who knows? But it's one of those things like, man, you know, if they just talked about it, It could probably be just, one family, move to Utah. I don't know. Well, that's multiple wives, but I don't know if it goes the other way or not. But still, I don't know. It sucks, man. It's messy when your heart gets pulled in different directions, when there are enough about one person that you just get pulled in, but it doesn't satisfy every aspect of yourself. And then you find that puzzle piece in somebody else, and then you just get torn because you're being filled. Oh my God. I was going to say those gaps are being filled on both ends, but not by the same singular thing. It's just like, it's fucked, but it's messy. And then on the flip side of that, you have this power play that Apex is using and leveraging to usurp control of Monarch away from it, while also simultaneously sabotaging Monarch to get it discredited. They're trying to steal that public, that position away from them. They were trying to hide it from the public so that everything would be seemingly under control. But Monarch or Apex has been sabotaging them along the way. I mean, spying on them the entire way. Like Randa and the crew, knowing exactly what they've been doing the entire time they even left Monarch. Left the ship, stole his device so he can't actually do or enact the plan that they were talking about, and has now allowed this creature to become public information to usurp that power and control from Monarch to become the sole player in the Titan protection racket. As we see they attempt to do later on by funding all the different things for people in their homes, for the government, for states, all this kind of stuff, and then to building their own anti-Titan weapons down the road eventually also. It's all one big long con. But as we've kind of cracked into this, they also kind of smell something is wrong about all of that and use Korra's leverage, but the fact that they want her in there with the whole situation that happened with her code, and then for them wanting her expertise as well, having someone with her skill set in their umbrella. But we're using that to also kind of maybe hopefully be do a little counter moling ourselves. Kate, though, is just spiraling. She went after Shaw because of that connection, that obligation, that trust, that family relationship that they kind of had. And because he sacrificed everything for them, she just couldn't leave him to be all alone on the other side after everything they had just gone through, and wound up unleashing this creature, against most other, everybody went with her because they weren't going to let her do it alone, but she's shouldering all the blame on herself because she hit the button when everybody else was kind of advising against it. Because there is like the negativity of, if we let something else out alongside it, we don't know what's going to happen. And then this thing came out, and now she, after surviving G-Day, all of the people that died as a result, people she knew, children she knew, friends she knew, and then a lot of thousands of people she didn't. Seeing that wall of the people who have been looking for people, the wall of the missing, the lost to this devastation, and then carrying and shouldering this guilt that another G-Day could happen because she pushed that button, that this might happen to other people again, and this time she had a hand in it. That's destroying her, rather than just going back to the day in, day out, go hanging out with some people she used to know, to just kind of have dinner, hang out, and gossip about what's going on. She decided to sub that for a night drinking, drowning herself in alcohol, numbing it all, numbing the noise, and satiating her physical pleasures with an old fling, an old crush, an old relationship, just to kind of just forget it all. She was just escaping, running, rather than dealing with any of it. And then when the call came, everybody else started immediately freaking out, as they would. And she's just, no, man, it's all good. I don't have a plan. Because it's just like, it's almost like self-destructive. It's like, I don't have a plan. Who cares? Because if it comes, it's just like, I brought this on myself, and she's shouldering that. But then, again, inadvertently dragging everybody else along with her for the ride, too, which is just what compounds and compounds and compounds it. It's really interesting what they're doing with all of this. But I guess that village never persisted. Like they said, who's going to believe them? They got away with the pictures though. So I wonder what or if anything happens from that. Glad they were able to slip that situation though. Solid episode. I really, really enjoyed this one. Not a lot of monster action, but the character stuff in this was really fucking good. And I'm really curious to see how Keiko and Hiroshi's journeys are going to go from this point onward, especially learning what happened with the fallout. Like when she left, it was like, well, at least you had Bill. And then Bill was like, no, he peaced out. He continued doing exactly what he's always been doing. I mean, we saw him leave her to go pursue something he found interest in. You know, it's not uncommon. And he just fell into those trappings again, and maybe even felt even more inclined to do so because he found this letter. Anyway, I don't know, man. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, what did you guys think? How do you feel about this episode? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out Lily Chanson, Kiana Chanel, McGreg, Angela Burr, Calvin Brinley, Sleepy Bastard, Theodore Wolf, Amy Becca, and Ariat Coyote. Thank you guys so much for becoming savers here on the channel, helping sponsor and support the rescues I've been taking care of for the office. You guys have been a tremendous help with all of that. And as always, a huge special thank you to all of our channel legends. You and the patrons allow us to do what we do over here. We got another copyright strike dealing with Netflix again here recently. So you guys really do help with a lot of that, as well as getting help with the editing to help us cover all the content that we cover here on the channel. And we're doing this all for you guys here on the YouTube. And we're doing all this with you. And we're doing all this for you guys here on YouTube, because without y'all, we wouldn't be here. Love you guys. That's all we got for this one. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.